Girlslikeustv.
I'm Jazz.
I'm Aisha.
I'm Ashley S. I'm Ashley D.
And I'm Keisha.
And this is our new segment, Dear Girls, where we ask you all to give things that you need to, like, advice, whether it's for family, friends, personal, anything, to email us. And we are going to give our opinion, our thoughts about what you guys have needed advice on. So this should be fun. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Laisha McDonald, and I would like to share with you my reality at the moment. I go by Aisha Reality Show on Instagram and YouTube. I created this video showing my process of having to cut all my hair off again. It was a very emotional experience. 5 years ago, I cut all my hair off because of damage and thinning hair. It grew back thick and healthy. I relaxed it after 4 years. All of a sudden, after taking out some plaits, my hair began to break it off again. I believe due to relaxing and dieting too much, so although it was hard, I decided to shave it all off for the second time. I've cried so much, but I hope my hair journey will show us Black women that we are beautiful with our natural hair. Thank you. And it says video attached below.
Alright, I want to start by saying, yes, we are beautiful as our natural hair. I know a lot of us have different personal experiences with hair. Like, y'all know I cut my hair off.
I was like, you're perfect.
I cut my hair off a numerous amount of times. My first time I cut it off was because I had a relaxer, because, you know, relaxers and perms used to be like that, you know. That hair crack was it. So I cut it off. Then I grew it out naturally. It was nice and thick. Then I used heat damage, because, you know, hair is a learning experience. I got heat damage from straightening too much. So mom was like, either you can just grow it out and have straight ends, or you can just cut it off. So I was like, okay, I cut it off again. I probably did this like 2 or 3 times. But now I got to the point where I just got more confident of how, and I learned more. It's just a learning part. Whereas from YouTube, Aisha knows how, like, she knows how to, she'll get more into talk about like how she learned more about hair, because sometimes you just really have to learn your hair. I will be able to, like, heat is bad for your hair if you want to have the natural hair. You can't keep pressing it all the time. Like, it'll break it off. You gotta start back over. Like, it's a process, but hair is going to grow back. So that's my thing. Your hair will grow back. So whether you cut it off or not, it's going to grow back.
Yes.
You just have to learn how to take care of it. Use the lock method. You know, keep it moisturized. Don't let everybody in your hair. But yes. So make it a goal. Like, write it down. We're big on manifestation. Like, write down, my goal is to do such and such with my hair. That's a big thing. If you write it out, that'll help you a lot.
Yep, and I agree. And I'm just going to add, so I have personally used this before, and I definitely recommend this company. It is Main Choice, and they have pills. I think it's called Metabolism. I think that's actually what I was going to say first. And I took those pills because I had to cut my hair. I think I was getting my master's since like 2017. I started taking those pills, and they worked tremendously to grow my hair back and healthy and thick. So try some supplements. Again, you know, read the back of the label, make sure it agrees with you. Talk to your prescriber and make sure, you know, you can take type of things like that. But I definitely think those will help you if you're trying to grow your hair back and you want it to all come in. And then my next thing is try to learn how to do your own hair. I think that's also what Jazz was alluding to when she mentioned me, because I have for years was just letting anybody do my hair. I mean, you was gonna do my hair for $40, you mean, so then I was going because I was just like, you know. But then also in turn, when you're going to people, they don't take care of your hair. They don't know what they're doing. They learn, I mean, probably watching on YouTube like the rest of us, so they're not trained to know what to do, and they didn't really probably didn't go to school for that. So I would say just learn how to do your hair. Nobody is gonna care about your hair more than you, and that's just the bottom line. Some people really don't care about their hair, but I think you should, because that is literally gonna just help you, and it's just so easy. So that's my advice on that.
Yes, you know, make sure that you can eat like alcohol-based products. You know, what are some good products that y'all use? I know Shea Moisture is a good one.
Yeah, I love Shea Moisture. Carol's daughters.
Marion Growth.
And when you learn your hair type and texture, you know what products work for you. Because I've learned that there's different hair porosity levels with different products.
Yes,
and different
true.
hair, what is it, hair types? Like 4A, 4B, 4C, and all the, combinations, curl patterns that there are. So once you learn all that stuff,
It's really a learning process.
Yeah. Also, something that helped me with growing my hair, I did a lot of protective styles, like braids, whether it's like weaves, wigs, whatever. That helped me.
Yeah, because one time I broke off my hair too, like it was like I was in college, I broke it off a lot, and I had to regrow it, and Isha did my first home that time. So I had to like, nobody really knew what was going on, but like I did the weave. That's how I got into weaves because it really helped my hair grow back.
But you got this, girl.
So
We're
bottom
rooting for
line,
you.
you are not alone.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is from Faith Mobley. Give me the real, ladies. Hello. A situation I would like you guys' opinion on. My daughter's father and I were dating for 3 years before I had her. After we had her, we were really tested. My mom didn't like him because she felt he wasn't good enough for me. I sided with my mom a lot. For one, because I value her opinion. Two, I was very naive to her a lot. 3, she's my freaking mom. If nobody has my back, I know she does. And 4, I was dealing with postpartum really badly. My judgment weren't the best. I was just trying to feel like a human again. We decided to take a step back from the relationship. Nothing changed but our relationship title. To work on things, as to my surprise, while we were supposed to be working on things, he goes and gets a girlfriend and gets her pregnant and then marries her. The wedding. He told me he was at his family reunion, and when I was first seeing the girl, told me when I first seen the girl, he told me she was his cousin. Fast forward, after I found out he got married, I found that the girl on the social media sent her screenshots of our conversation, etc. According to him, they are separated. He lives with his friend in the state of North Carolina. You have to be separated for a year before you can go divorce, so all 2020, I'm just waiting for this man to get divorced so he can get back together, but I still do love this man. I don't know but I do. He is always at the house. He spends the night. It's like nothing ever happened, but the fact that this divorce is still not final bothers me. And also, when speaking with her mom, she tells me everything she knows. They are still together and there is no divorce. When I bring it up to him, he says that they are still playing the part as if they are still together because they are embarrassed to be divorced so soon. At this point, I don't believe anything he says. Every time I try to move on, he did come back showing me he is there for me, but I don't trust a thing he says. Please help your girl out. What should I do? On one hand, I feel played and stupid. On the other hand, I feel like anything worth having is worth fighting for.
Ooh, this just gave me chills because one thing I feel is so sacred in this world is marriage and your vows. So my advice, first and foremost, is channel in what you feel like your actual standards are when it comes to commitment and relationships and values, because whatever it is and just a standard girlfriend boyfriend type of union, it magnifies, Jazz, like she's the married one, it magnifies when you're married. And if a man is not respecting his vows to another woman and playing and coming home playing with you and then, or telling you one thing and then have a wife, in my personal opinion, I don't know if he's going to, I don't know if your goal is to actually wait for his divorce and then get married to him, but I just don't want you to get yourself let down if he doesn't respect the vows that he makes with you. Because he's already showing you, despite, whatever that happened. Because I always feel like a relationship is not a real relationship until you're married. Like, in the eyes of God, it's not a real union until you're married. Yeah. So if he went before God and made a union with another woman and he doesn't respect those vows, you got to do some self-reflecting and think, do you really want to insert yourself or wait for him to come around? Because he may not respect the vows that he has with you. But everybody's situation is different. I don't know everything that's going on, but based off of what you sent in, I just feel like he's not respecting his vows, and then it just makes me look at him. There's no man or woman that I feel like should be worth you just sitting around waiting for and watching them
disrespect their union that they made with God. Because now I'm questioning, I'm questioning his motives a little bit. Like, I just don't really get it. I don't know, but what do y'all think?
I feel like deep down, you probably truly really know the answer. Because at this point, all his action is just very unacceptable. I don't know if, like, for instance, how he's stepping outside his values. So it's nothing really more he can do for you, because if he marries you, he's going to do the same thing 9 times out of 10 to you. It's just somebody else is going to come along. So I kind of feel like maybe you should, try to just work on yourself and self-love, because you deserve so much more, and somebody's going to welcome you and your child into their life, and they're going to cherish the ground that you walk on. I know a lot of times we can think when we love this man, like, oh, it's not going to be nobody else, but trust me, it is going to be somebody else, and as time goes by, you're going to be like, dang, what was I doing? But at the end of the day, it's your life, and you have to live with it, so you have to make the best decision for you.
And your child.
Yeah, and what I want to add too is the other day I saw something so profound that I had to repost it on my Instagram channel. But it's like, baby, listen, you're not gonna get a prize at the end of the rainbow, waiting and staying down for him to do what he got to do. A man that truly loves you and wants you is gonna run and fight and tear stuff up to get to you. And the fact that he went and did all that, and honestly, he's on the fence. He don't know what he want to do. A man that don't know what he want to do, you need to run. You need to get far away. Because at the end of the day, I don't know how old you are. I don't know what you have going on. But don't waste or just give your life away hoping and waiting for somebody to save you, to come to you, to choose you.
Right.
Don't be a pick-me. Just let him go about his business and work on you and develop a self-love for yourself to be like, you know what, I'm not going to tolerate it. If he come back correct and everything is solidified, that's different. But don't wait around for him to do nothing, sweetheart. Please.
Yeah.
Because married couples, they're not going to just give up. They are going to, especially if they're not divorced yet and they keep saying, he just sounds like he want his cake and eat it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's already messing up in like marriage and all that, but you don't really know. They could be going counseling, working it out. Next thing you know, they're gonna work it out. You're gone. So you like married people are not, unless you got some signed documents and settlements and all that, they're not really over. Like a married couple can switch like that and work through anything that they've gone through, because I don't think they're never really done. Especially if he has not completely, he got all these excuses. A man should not make an excuse for you.
Yeah, and it also kind of sounds like he's just really telling you what you want to hear. It's not really like, oh yeah, I'm really trying to leave her. Like, he knows that you're in the background, like you're gonna be there waiting for him, but that's no way to start off a relationship anyway.
Yeah, so my advice is to write out, work from yourself, write out some spiritual goals. I don't know your spiritual things, write some spiritual goals, write out some personal relationship goals, write what kind of person that you want to be with, what kind of person that you are, and help manifest that. And I think pray about it, and all of that, I think the answers will come, because it really sounds like you, like I just said, you already know the answer, because you saying it, but you just not like, you need to, it's like maybe you do need to hear it from somebody else. So yeah. But you stay with it, girl. You hang in there. Alright, so when I say write down journals and goals, guys, like, I know Ashley's a big person of like planning, write stuff down. I'm a big person of writing down your spiritual goals, and this is one that we use that is amazing. She has goals. You write down your spiritual, you write down your relationship, you write down your accomplishments. It helps you keep track of help manifest. I'm a firm believer in manifestation, and this here will help you manifest everything that you need by writing it down. Because if you can't see it, then you can't really know, oh, I need to go back on that goal, or so look at the testimony that you have gone through. So we will put down as we give these advice segments, we will put down where we got the journals from, the Instagram, how we use them in the link in the description box. And you guys can click on the link, check out her Instagram, what she's all about. She is a wonderful Black-owned company. We love Black-owned businesses, so here.
Over here we do.
Okay. And so y'all really check her out. Grab you a journal, get you a cute little pen, and put your thoughts and advice and your spiritual goals, your relationship goals, your personal goals on pencil and paper, and help manifest and get those testimonies, y'all.
And also, guys, we will follow up with you guys on our next advice segment to show you our progress with these as well.
Yeah, and I really like that she was so sweet to send this to us because, like Jazz said, I am big on planning. Every day I have a to-do list. Every week I have, okay, what I need to accomplish in this week. And something I really like about this journal is that it lets you reflect on the year before. And that's something I'm big on. I like to say, okay, what did I do good in 2020 and what do I need to, improve for 2021. So I really like this. It really breaks it down in different categories. So if you're like OCD and a perfectionist and like to have everything planned out and a busy life, this is like perfect for you.
Yeah. Not only that, if you struggle with like keeping yourself accountable, this is really one big way to help keep your
self accountable, so you can know that you are fulfilling those goals and what you need to go back to. Yeah.
And then for the last person who just sent in, I can't remember her name, but the last person who just asked the question, who we just gave the advice to with your situation, like there's people who journal or who are starting the process of journaling and they don't really know where to go, what to say when they open up the book. This book is very thorough and informative, and it helps you to have a guide of actually how to journal. And one thing that I would recommend for you, like they have like a what I'm thankful for segment in this journal. And for me personally, with dealing with the tribulations that I've been dealing with within these last few months, one thing, like there's days when I just don't know what to say. I don't know where my thoughts are. I feel like I'm being redundant. Writing a letter or a story to my daughter. So in the what I'm thankful for column, like you can write out for your child, like what you're thankful for, and then write out like a goal or, hey dear, I'm like, hey dear Journey, Jai, and Jory, on this day, like mommy was da da da, but mommy wants such and such and such. So I try to like plan our lives and make it and set it up to be positive, so I can manifest that for, my family. If I want their, a good, loving, strong man that's a great example for them, you can write stuff like that out for yourself, because obviously you've been through a lot with the father of your child, and I've been there too, so I can resonate. So this journal is, like I said, it's not just a journal with pages. This is a really, really well thought out journal that gives you, so there has my goals this month. It tells you spiritual, physical health, family relationship, financial. Like it's very, very thoughtful and thought-provoking for you to actually have a guide of what to write to. So I would definitely challenge you guys to click the link and support Black-owned businesses, you guys, because the quality of this book is just, it's unmatched. It's unmatched.
And journals are like diaries, so even though like you go through your journal for the year, you can keep them and see your progress every year as you evolve into the person that you want to be, and it helps you keep you on track.
And sometimes even if you write out what's going on, like I know even sometimes I go back and I'm reflecting, like, sometimes you need a reminder of like getting through things, and you forget because your thoughts, run astray in your head. But if you go back and you see it like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, y'all arguing, you fighting, he lied on this day, a month then went by, he's still lying. Okay, 2 months then went by and he didn't, just you get to see it in real time and remember your thoughts that you wrote down. It's kind of like, you know what? Okay, this is month 3, and now I'm gonna do bad all by myself. And you write that out, and you just see your growth. And that's what I just challenge you. I love writing in my journal, and this journal right here, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to fill this up. I cannot wait to fill it up.
And that's on She Has Goals.
Okay. See what we did there? All right, so we are going to do 2 more. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's listen in.
Hey girls like us, I would not like to give my name, but I need advice. I love all you guys and what each of you bring. I've been married to my husband for 6 years in August. We argue all the time and lash out on each other. I'm so tired and just want to be free of this toxic environment, not only for me, but for my children. I'm a veteran who has experienced sexual trauma in the military that leads to my mental health I deal with on a daily. I can't leave my marriage because I know my husband will try and use my mental health against me in court. When we separated in the past, I took the kids with me and made a comment saying, "Bring my kids back before you hurt them." My husband lost me forever on that day. I made a decision to go back and work it out because of fear I would lose my children. People say, oh, the courts will favor you, but in 2021, and anything is possible. I love my children with my every being, but should I take a chance in leaving or waiting until they are all out of high school? I'm a mom to a 9-5 4-year-old and a 6-month-old. I would die if my children are taken away. I can't live without them. I will live in hell in order to keep them close, but I am putting them through hell by staying in this toxic marriage. Please, any advice I would take, please keep it real.
Okay, so if y'all don't mind, I definitely want to go first. So first of all, wow, and I am definitely praying for you. I'm praying for all of you ladies. Thank you for sending in just how things are going on in your life. First and foremost, what I want to say is you need to get a lawyer. First and foremost, even if you can't afford one. I mean, I think people do stuff pro bono all the time. You just need to research it. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if he is that person and he's doing things, you need to start documenting stuff. You definitely need to, and you have to do it very discreetly, because he sounds like the type that, you know, could be violent with you maybe at some point, and I just do not want nothing crazy. So please be very strategic. You don't hear nothing else I say right now. Be very strategic in everything you do. Be very, very sneaky. I wouldn't even advise you to do it in the home. You may need to do it when you're not with your kids and you're far away. You need to document as much as you can. Tell people that's something else you need to do. You just told us, but you need to tell people that is in your close-knit, so that if it do come to a point where you have the courts, you have other people on record saying they know that he did that, this happened. One thing, I'm going to be honest with you, sweetie, and I hope this doesn't change. The court is always going to favor the mother. It doesn't matter. You literally have to be a crackhead and living in the streets, and even then, they would still try to figure a way to keep that kid with that mom. Like, I definitely don't think he'll be able to take your kids from you. But I do understand your reservations. But like I said, the best advice I can give you right now is, again, start documenting. If you have to record stuff on the low, whatever the case may be, do that, so that if it does go left, I absolutely think you do need to leave. I said all that to say that. But don't wait. I don't think you need to wait till they get old. None of that. But I don't want to make this too long, but I just had to say that because you just touched me with that.
Yeah, everything she said, gather all the material and all the receipts that you have. Do not keep them on you for him to take. They need to be in a safe place.
Yes.
You need to have, I don't know if you have an account or not, but you need to get an account, and you need to put in money aside in any kind of account where, I don't care if it had to be in your parent name, your sister name, so you can, when the time is right, the time needs to be now, because I don't think you should wait, because like she said, unless I don't know what your personal, drugs or anything, as long as you don't have anything like that, you shouldn't have problems with keeping the kids. I personally would like your number just to make sure you are okay, because that's some deep stuff. Definitely, lawyer needs to be first. Like, that's real. Get your money together, get your receipts, keep uplifting your kids, and get on, bro.
And also, I know that you said something about your mental health. You can actually, start going to therapy, look into that type of thing, so that people can't use because I know I have anxiety too, and I know a lot of times if you tell somebody that, they can try to manipulate it, and then now you're thinking crazy. Yeah. So you can always get help for that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Also, don't make the mistake of staying for a long time, because I know, my mom did that. She stayed till I got older, and she was unhappy for years. So it's that's wrong. Also, when you get your documents, you can also do hidden camera. I know this sounds crazy, but this is how my mom caught my dad cheating. She had hidden cameras set up in the house and stuff. So you could do that, and that can be part of your document. That sounds really crazy, but
I mean, people have home ring cameras and everything.
Yeah,
stuff like that, where it's less creepy.
If you're going through traumatic stuff, you need to catch that stuff on camera so that you can have that.
Yeah. And mental health, everybody got mental health story going on, so that's never an excuse, because go and get your counseling therapy so you can have that as a receipt as well, that you are help building your selves to be stronger.
Yeah. It also kind of sounds like you're kind of thinking about staying for the kids, because you said should you wait till they get out of high school, but it feels like the longer you stay in that situation, the worse it's going to get. So I would say get out immediately.
You don't want your kids to be damaged because a lot of kids grow up and they're suffering from the mistakes of their parents and their adolescent and the traumas that they had to endure. So what these ladies said, hands down for sure, when you reach out to lawyers, most lawyers do have a consultation service for free.
so you can run them the story, give them even more details. Usually it's about 30 minutes, and they'll do it for free. Tell them what they can and cannot advise for you to do. Figure out the laws in your state. There are some laws that allow you to record without someone's permission, things like that. I definitely would advise you to leave, because you get one life to live. And if you're this level of unhappy, I can only imagine what your kids are sensing. And this is not just, like petty arguments. This is like, it seems like it's a series of trauma that is going on with this relationship. It is affecting your self-esteem. Eventually, it's going to affect your ability to be the best parent, because you're on guard. You're so uneasy with everything. And you're just honestly unhappy. And you just don't want your kids. You have, beautiful angels who are looking up to you, and you don't want them to see that.
All right, guys, let's give us one more, and we're gonna wrap it up after that. All right, listen in.
Hey, girl. My name is Alexis Ziegler, and I hope I'm the first one to send an email. I love y'all so much. My question for you guys are, how do I discipline my son, but also let him know it's okay to have emotions and be sensitive? I'm a new mommy. My son is almost 6 months, and I'm 22. I would love any mommy advice, good and bad. Thank you guys. I love y'all, and keep doing what you guys are doing, because I'm definitely a girl like you.
I'm let the mommies handle it. I definitely believe in positive reinforcement. Like, I discipline the girls more so with, like, if they're doing something they don't like. 6 months, I have a daughter who's 6 months, so there's really nothing she's doing wrong but, being perfect. But as your child continues to get older, I would definitely say positive reinforcement works for me. I don't really do spankings. I am starting to get into time out mode. Just for them to know, like, there are consequences in life. I want my daughters to know that if you do make bad decisions or poor decisions when you know it's not the best, then there are consequences for that. Reinforcement. So if they're doing something they don't have no business doing, like if I say don't touch the candle, I'm gonna say, if they start touching the candle, like, no, like, you gotta get your mommy boys together. No, like, don't touch the candle, and then you tell them why. It can burn you out. Like, I do stuff like that so they can understand. There's also, I do look up different YouTube discipline videos of, different age range. Like, if your child is depending on how old they are, what, statistically is recommended. You just gotta know your child, learn their personality. Each child, I also believe each child has their own personality. You only have one child to worry about right now. But motherhood is amazing. It's so awesome. It's so rewarding. It's so fulfilling. Don't just get so bent out of shape. Kids are at this age, they're absorbing everything. They're going to make mistakes. So you as a parent, I always say practice patience with your little ones, and however you want them to receive your energy, that's the energy you give to them. So I make sure, like, I don't display any rah negative, because then eventually they'll start picking up with the rah negative when they're mad, when they're frustrated, when they're not doing what they're supposed to do. Now they feel like, now I get to yell at mommy. This is my turn to act out. But there are going to be times, watch the shows that you are letting your child watch. I nannied for years, and I did see certain shows contribute to behavior problems in the household, and I was like, hey, sorry, but this show, like, your child is kind of sort of picking up what they're doing, and now that I'm a mom, I'm seeing the girls pick up with certain things that the shows are doing. I'm like, where did I hear that from?
Yeah, like YouTube shows.
And then I see the show, and I'm like, oh, turn this show right off. So just be mindful as a parent what you're letting your kid absorb. Always give them love and positive affirmation. Now that you have a son, I don't have a son myself, but I definitely, being a mom, I get where you're coming from, what you want your son to be. You want him to still be able to explore all ranges of emotion, and that's something that's healthy for a good, strong man. So don't take that away. I personally feel like you shouldn't take that away from your son, exploring his different range of emotions. Let him cry, let him sulk. He's human, just like a woman. But yeah, so good luck with your journey.
Well, first of all, he's 6 months.
Yeah.
He's just a baby.
Yeah.
So the only thing you need to be saying is,
Yeah.
And we picking that up, because I know it's season. It's just, that's all, because we both have 6, 7 months old, and Layla it's all these ants all day long, because now she's starting to crawl and roll. She's starting to pick up everything. So now her new thing is and that means now she's starting to know what it means a little bit, because she put it down. At 6 months, that's really all you can do. 'Cause
Yeah.
other than that, you just helping their sensory, helping them grow and develop. They can't really be disciplined. But now, when they reach some terrifying twos, I want you to write us back because that's going to be a different level of discipline. Yeah. And congratulations, because you just had your first kid.
Yes, congratulations.
Congrats.
Yes, and thank you for saying that you love us because we love you too. Thank you for supporting us.
Yes.
Like that was
We
a
love
beautiful
all of
way.
y'all. Virtual
Yes,
besties.
y'all are great. All right, so thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on Instagram to see when we're doing another one. Don't forget to grab your She Has Goals book so that you can write down all your goals and all of your notes and your aspirations to help you go. It helps you prioritize. Like, we will drop the link below and you guys can see where to get this. It is amazing.
And leave some goals in the comments too.
Yes, because this is 2021. We are trying to grow and glow.
Love each other.
All right. Yes, so follow us on IG and stay tuned.
Bye.
Bye.